Take2 TV. Galvanizing, lyrical, soulful, captivating, entertaining. Take2 TV. Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Legit, baby. Here we go. Woo! Right there, keep it right there. Legit.
Welcome to this week's edition of Take2 TV. And I have a show for you tonight. As you know, I love welcoming friends and even people that I don't know to the show to talk about great things, great news, and just total encouragement. And so tonight, I'm excited to welcome someone that I actually do know, and that's Charlie Currents, better known in this area as Hookshot Charlie. Welcome.
Thank you. And Tanya, it is a pleasure. I'm excited about being on this show.
Oh, I'm so happy. I know you, I've read a few things that you put out there, and I know you were trying to get to Steve Harvey and others, but hopefully you got here.
Oh yeah, you know it. It's coming.
All right. So this is a step. But in any event, you're doing so many great things in the city. Where did the whole hook shot come from? Where did that start? And how long have you been playing basketball?
The hook shot, it came out of some things I was going through in my life.
Okay.
And I've always played basketball. I've been playing basketball all my life.
Okay.
And that was, I thought was going to be my profession.
Okay.
And things happen in life, and you end up getting married, you have children, and so that no longer became the thing that I thought I was going to do.
Right.
Now it's
priority.
Yes. And so but I went through some things in my personal life, and that brought me back around to basketball.
Okay.
And that's where I think my friends tell me I've always had the hook shot, and I don't remember having it when I was playing competitively or in high school.
Okay.
And they said I did, but it just became a thing that I started doing sort of as medicine for my soul.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good. Medicine for the soul. So, I know that when we go through things, I was invited to a call last night, and one of the participants said, when you're going through something, how did you get through it? And I shared, similar to yourself, went through a divorce and so on. And I was telling her that there was a radio station that I used to listen to. And that was one of the things that brought me to radio here with Moses.
Wow.
But the hook shot, basketball, all of that kind of thing, what kind of doors has that opened for you in life?
Well,
professionally and personally.
Yes. Well, first of all, I didn't know it when I was coming up, even playing high school. I remember the first time this kid asked me for an autograph. And, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't, I was sort of shy.
Right.
And so that was, I think, the start of something that, maybe this is a little bit more than what I thought.
What you thought it is, right.
And so as I started playing, the more people started noticing me, I think the more I started sort of going into a shell. And the reason being because I wasn't ready to be out front like that, and I think I tried to downplay it, but you hit on something earlier, and really the hook shot came about because of I went through some personal stuff, separation and a divorce, as you just pointed out, and I just started shooting basketball,
right,
and and really didn't know that I was doing the hook shot, but then I just started doing it over and over again. That became my therapy.
And now your therapy has turned into your signature.
Yes, it has.
Yes. And I was looking at the videos that you sent over to prepare for the show, but you post a lot of shots, and I'm always looking at them thinking, now how is it is he's standing that far from that basket and continues to hit the basket. So I guess if I was there, I'd be like that little boy asked her for an autograph.
But I think it's like anything else, Tanya. The more you do it,
Yeah.
and I even tell kids this when I speak to youth groups. I said, anything that you continue to do over and over again,
Yes.
you'll get good at it.
Right.
And I say that's also for something bad.
Right.
If you continue to do something that's bad, you'll become good at it.
Mm.
Just like God, so it ain't always just because you're doing something
Right.
in over and over again. It can be bad or good, but choose to do what's good.
Right. Right.
And I did it long enough to where it became. I love doing it every day. And if I miss it, I feel like I got to get to the gym to shoot some, not to play with the guys, but to shoot.
To shoot.
Like,
I heard you say every day. Now, do you really do it every day? 7 days?
7 days a week.
Really?
7 days a week.
7 days a week you go to the gym and stand that far from that basket and shoot that shot.
Well, I don't do the half. I started out doing half court hook shots, but
Okay.
now I do more 3-pointers.
Okay.
3-point hook shot, which is not half court. It's 19 to 20 feet away from the basket. But then I still do half court hook shots, which is 45 feet away.
Yeah.
But it's like I love doing it because it gets me in that zone of, even if I have a problem, it doesn't erase the problem, but it lets me handle it in a calm way. I say, okay, now you need to handle this, and it just calms my whole life
It's
down.
your meditation,
Yes.
your yoga.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So we talked a little bit before the cameras started rolling, and my latest book, Take2, Steps to Rejoining Your Life, is, as I've gone through this life's journey, I really think that I've landed on the mission for my life, my purpose.
Yes.
And it's actually my third book, but I think it is the most important one. And it's based on some of the things that we're talking about, facing not so good times and finding ways in which to deal with those things and move forward. So, we talked a little bit about it, but was there ever a time that you just felt like you were just stuck? Because one of the things that I focus on in the book is, people that have been through things, whether it's bankruptcy, whether it's relationship specific, whether it's loss of job. So many of us get stuck right there. And feel like I can't go any further. I feel like I've just failed 100%. I don't want to try any longer. Can you relate to that? And what would be the words you would share to encourage somebody?
I can relate to it. And the thing is, I think I didn't feel stuck, but I felt like that it wasn't going any farther. And that was my life. And I'm not afraid, and I don't mind sharing that. When I went through that separation and divorce, it shook my world. It shook me like crazy, and I decided that I'm not gonna let one incident define my life. And so I just decided to break loose. It's like I broke the chains and say, live your life. And I started doing things that I never dreamed of, going places. I mean, local. This is not spending money and doing all this. It was like, found myself in all kind of, I remember I was at a bluegrass festival. Just checked it out, and wasn't many of us there, but I just started doing all those, and I started started doing extras in movies, things that I was scared of.
Okay.
So I've done about 5 or 6 movies, and just started doing all those things. Then I started living. Then I started inviting people into my life, which I didn't do before.
Right.
And I started just saying, okay, anything that I was afraid of, I made sure I didn't do it because I was afraid. If I didn't want to do it, then I wanted to make sure fear wasn't the reason.
Right.
And so I just started trying to conquer my fears.
That's good. And relationships, the book deals with a number of things: job loss, health loss. But relationships are big because a lot of people, and I'm thinking of somebody in particular that felt like because the relationship and the marriage failed, it defined them as a person. And because the family had certain expectations, and you know, the mother and the father never were divorced, and they're in that stuck place, and years and years and years have gone by. And so, you know, when you hear stories like yours or stories like mine, where you go through that period of time, but you redefine and you rejoin your life and you get back to what you were really called to do. And you know, certainly divorce is a rough space to be in, I know personally, but as I look back over it, the person that I believe God was intending me to be could not be that person in that situation. And so a lot of times we get ourselves, whether it's choosing the wrong job, choosing the wrong friends, but we got to keep moving, keep putting a step forward, and just continuing to try. So I know the hook shot. I know you 7 days a week, you middle of that court, throwing that ball in that basket. I have only seen you miss on video now, maybe 1 or 2 times.
Yes.
Is that real? Is it edited?
Some are edited, but as I shared with Moses, we were talking earlier, there are days that ball doesn't want to go in there. And to me, it's so much like life. There are days things are just not happening.
That's right.
But the thing I look for more than anything, when they don't go in, I can't wait to get back the next day. I want to get back in there, and some days I won't leave until I see a little consistency there.
Okay.
And so, but there was one thing that you said about, I use a lot of basketball terminology, and one thing I always think about is rebound. Rebound.
Yes.
That means bounce back.
Bounce back.
And the thing about rebounding is that, and it's like, I don't hit all my shots every day, but some rebounds, if you're on the court, they'll fall right in your hands.
That's right.
But most of them you got to fight for.
That's right.
You got to get elbowed, you got to get hit, you got to get knocked to the floor, and that's life.
That's right.
And so I can relate so much basketball to life, and the thing is that I continue to say, okay, whatever happened in my life or whatever took place, okay, that's what happened, now what are you going to do about it?
Right.
And you know, I don't try to put it off on anybody else, but the thing I try to do more than anything is to share my life with people, and now I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid to invite you into my life.
That's right. I like that. So let's talk a little bit. I know that what you're doing now with the hook shot is moving into hook up.
Yes.
So talk about that. I know the story, but they don't.
Now that wasn't my doing, and the thing is, people have known me for basketball and the hook shot. And the thing is, people would see me, and I was trying to live that down. I didn't want to be known as hook shot. I want to be Charlie.
Really? Okay.
But the thing is, once I started opening up my life and started inviting people in, I would see people anywhere uptown, on the basketball court, they'll throw up the hook shot. And people start sending me pictures doing the hook shot. And so what it is the hook shot pose. It's like that.
Okay.
And so what that does is that shows me I have a connection with them. And so it's gotten away from the basketball, which is great with me, because that way I can connect with more people, not just athletes or somebody like sports. It could be older lady, a young little child. One lady sent me a hook shot of a baby doing a hook shot in the car seat, even though he wasn't doing a hook shot, but he had his hand up.
He had his hand up.
And one lady sent me one
I like it.
of a skeleton on this tree that was doing the hook shot. So, but it lets me connect with people. So that's how the hookup has come about. And the hookup is connecting.
Okay.
It's connecting, reaching out to people. They reach out to me, I reach out back to them, or vice versa.
Yes.
And I love the hookup.
Now, I've seen you with people and posing, and before you leave here, we're getting pictures with Moses, and we're getting hot hook shot. But do you do classes? Because I see you with kids a lot.
Oh, wow. It's strange. I got a class Saturday.
Do you?
Yes, with some kids. And I met this lady at an event, and she remembered me. She said, would you be interested in doing demonstration of hook shot for the kids Saturday?
Okay.
And I also got one with the Johnson Y after school program. He wants me to do a hook shot clinic. And so and these are things that people are asking me to do. And the thing I do, I just go do the hook shot. They do all the getting the facility. I don't try to get facilities.
Okay.
And the same thing with basketball camps. I just go and be a part. They already have the camps. I don't try to set it up, because that's not my forte. My thing is the hook shot, and I try to, give them a word or two about life and the hook shot.
Right. So if people want to learn more, want to participate, you said you're inviting people into your life.
Yes.
How will they find you?
Well, if you are in Charlotte, you can find me at any YMCA. And one great thing about social media, you can find me on Instagram.
Okay. What's your
Facebook.
Instagram handle?
Everything is on the Hookshot Charlie.
Okay.
But you can also find me on the Charlie Currents on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you can Google Hookshot Charlie. Matter of fact, if you Google, you'll probably
can Google.
You'll probably get the latest
Charlie.
things that I've put up on Twitter, Instagram. It comes up that day.
Okay.
And I'm learning all this
A
stuff
celebrity
now.
in the house.
You know what? I'm learning all this stuff sometimes I'm just as fascinated. I'm gonna tell you a funny story that happened today. And my daughters, they laugh at me all the time. I called them and told them someone must have hacked my account because I posted up some stuff yesterday, and I went in and read it today. I did it last night, and also have readers and glasses. I went in this morning and I said, somebody hacked my account. I saw so many misspelled who hacked my account? Me. I had so many misspelled words in there. I was so embarrassed. I'm learning this thing. But the thing about it, don't try to do anything without your glasses. They're just dollar glasses, but trying to do it without the glasses late at night, trying to post stuff. And I looked at that thing this morning. I said, good gracious. I felt so embarrassed. So I went back and corrected all of them, but I told my daughter somebody hacked my account, and they got it. And they said, you did that. I said, yeah, you're right.
You're right. So is there anything new on the horizon for you?
Every day. And you know what? I'm an early riser. When I say early, I'm talking about 4:30.
Oh, heck no.
4:30, 4 o'clock.
Right.
And I can't wait to see what God has in store for me each day.
I can see that.
And I mean, I look for it.
Yeah,
It's that I'm out there, wherever I go. And one thing I don't do, and I try to encourage the young people, I only try to tell them, but one thing I don't do is anytime you see me, you'll never see me talking on my phone when I'm around people. Mm-hmm. Because somebody may want to talk to me, somebody may want to say hello, somebody so I try to always make sure I have my phone in my pocket when I'm walking. Now, if I'm going somewhere to get on my phone, then I'm on it, but I try not to have it out. So I'm looking for somebody to say something, say, hey, aren't you? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
So I'm looking for an opportunity.
That's powerful,
Yes.
particularly in today's society, because so many people, it's the phone.
Yes.
It's the phone. I worked with a client a couple of weeks ago that required that everyone that attended the meeting put the phone in the middle of the table. So, it's intentional. It's being present in your life and being present in your space, and really just what you said. Now, 4 o'clock is a little early.
You got to be ready.
I might be opening my eyes at 4, still laying there asking what's coming.
Yes.
But I respect you at 4 and
Yes.
4:30 in the morning, and you still look fresh, and you're doing good for the day.
You can get a lot of things done between 4 and 6 when nobody's up. I mean, even outside in the house, and if you got family.
Okay.
But those are the times you can just really go ahead.
4 in the morning to 6 in the morning.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
time.
4 to 6 a.m.
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Yeah. Now I'm not a late.
Charlie's hours,
that
not
was
Tom's
Charlie's
hours.
You're right. That's it. That's it.
All right. Well, you know what? It has been such a pleasure. I haven't seen you in person in a while. Of course, social media keeps us all connected.
Yes.
And it's such a pleasure to have you here at Take2 TV. And for all of you, I know you have enjoyed Charlie as much as I have. Hookshot Charlie, everything is under that name. He tells me that if you Google Hookshot Charlie, you'll find everything you want to know about him. As for me and Take2 TV, remember every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can catch us on your Fire Stick, Roku TV, Apple TV, WBNDTV.com, even on the app, or my website, take2now.net. Until next week, remember, don't stop where it happens.
Take2 TV. Galvanizing, lyrical, soulful, captivating, entertaining. Take2 TV. Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. 30 minutes of real life, real life, real life, real life. life people, real life stories, real life victories. Only on WBNDTV.com, Fire Stick, Roku TV, and Apple TV. Take-2 TV.